Later this month, thousands of tourists and athletes are going to be in Winnipeg for the Pan Am Games. And when they arrive, they're going to find some politically charged photos on 20 of the city's transit buses. Now, this display was put together by a local artist. He calls it Myth America 3. Now, the timing of this exhibit has triggered plenty of reaction. Joining us now from Winnipeg is the director of the floating gallery. He put together this display. His name is Charles Shilliday. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So describe what we see here in this exhibit. We see the kids in the baseball uniforms and some people who appear to be Mexican immigrants. What's this all about?
Well, Myth America 3 is the third installment of an ongoing series of public photographic installations that I've been producing over the last 4 or 5 years entitled Myth America. And Myth America 3 is an allusion to patriotism and citizenry, and I'm using baseball as a metaphor, baseball being America's game as the great unifier. And I presented two types of teams juxtaposed side by side on the buses, which allows it to move throughout the city throughout the day.
So you have the kids on one side, and on the other side you
That's
have...
right. And another team beside the Little League baseball team of Mexican detainees who were arrested at the Texas-Mexican border.
So what is it exactly you're trying to say through this exhibit?
Well, it's suggesting that the proclamation on Ellis Island, on the Statue of Liberty, that says, "Give me your tired, give me your weak, give me your aged and poor," is somewhat anachronistic. It's a lot more difficult to get into either the United States or Canada, and the criteria for getting into our respective countries has changed considerably over this time.
Are you saying it's pretty tough for the average Mexican immigrant who wants to come to the United States and fulfill the American dream?
It is a lot tougher, considering that, according to the National Post, 1.5 million Mexicans were detained at the Texas-American border last year alone.
Now, some people think this is anti-American. Is it?
Well, first of all, no, it's not. And to my knowledge, only one person thinks it's anti-American. And that was a quote that was used and attributed to the headline of a local newspaper story, so it's completely erroneous.
Now, during the Pan Am Games, a lot of Americans will be coming to Winnipeg. You may get some different views on that at that time. I mean, you timed it purposely so that it would be on the buses during the games.
This was intended, yes.
So why did you choose the Pan Am Games for this?
Well, a couple of reasons. Number one, because it's a public installation, the motivation behind it is to reach the largest possible audience and the widest demographic possible. Because I'm dealing with a mythology that I am inventing, it seemed to make sense that I would display it when the Americas have come to play.
Is it going to insult anybody or cause any controversy, do you think? Offend people?
Well, it certainly could, but I'm certainly not trying to offend or trying to insult anybody. I think what I am alluding to in the background here and on the buses is not a fallacy. I think it's quite accurate.
All right, well, good to see your display. Interesting to see what the reaction will be in a couple of weeks when the games open.
I'm curious.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're watching CBC Morning. We'll return to Winnipeg later this hour. We'll preview the Winnipeg Folk Festival. The news, weather, and sports is up next.